Welcome to Beyond the Scores. Ñu ngi leen naan nuyu fii on si Monday bi and start to the show. Today we have a very privileged pour nekk fii on set with suma nijaay Uncle T Tijan Jane. So we're gonna be an excellent show. Dinañ waxtaan affaire yi AFCON game bi bu start and today we have 3 games on deck. So it's an exciting time for Beyond the Scores and African football. Uncle T.
Well, thank you very much, Mustafa Wade. Kon nag képp koo xam ne yaa ngi ñëw seetaan fii de Teledal TV. Tafa xam naa ne lu ko doore today up to the end of the AFCON campaign. On Teledal we'll be having what we say pre-match analysis to look at how the game is unfolding. As far as the AFCON is concerned. But mbadi ngol min be a Teledal TV jube ka ngal te mumie kontong ngal bismillah koteng na nying special AFCON analysis kabojang a Teledal TV. Butung bi ning na sport host mim keta Tafa Wadati. Tafa.
Excellent, Uncle T. Nangel short break and we'll be right back with reviewing Dembas and Gamey before today's game. Welcome back to Beyond the Scores here on Teledal TV. Ñu ngi fi di wax affaire yi game bi démba between Egypt ak Morocco ak Comoros. Morocco obviously ñooy host nation bi. Ñu bari ñu ngi teg ne Morocco ñooy favorite si. So there was a lot of pressure di dem si game bi, but that was a nice game bi ma buñ seetaan.
Well, actually, Tafa, comme ni nga ko waxee noonu la. But first of all, we have to congratulate Comoros for qualifying to come to the Africa Cup of Nations because society Comoros being a dekabundaula, I think that population is not even more than 500,000. So they did extremely well during the qualifier because they won countries like Ghana, for example, and even Tunisia. They beat Tunisia. So that's showing you Hamgatei society African football. Mungi gina maga African football mungi gina dem ci kanam te lolu nak there are so many reasons like lu ko lal bari na torop tay boko xolé most of these African players today they are all playing in top leagues in Europe. So when they come back home, we now see quality and actually we see really good football. So having countries like the Comoros coming all the way to the AFCON, I think that's something really big. Yesterday I watched the match. It was quite interesting. It was really quite interesting. Yes, of course, Morocco, the favorites. Well, looking at it today, they are part of the giants of African football. So it was an open secret that Morocco will be the favorites. Gis nañ game bi num demee it was actually a very very beautiful game which ended 2-0 in favor of Morocco. But like I said, démba tamit the Comoros wane nañ ne they are not just a team that you will come and ride over them. Like they put up everything, they gave out everything, they really fought very very well. But of course the giants.
I like AFCON for that. Come over here. Comoros, small team. Why AFCON? Amut easy game. Man, I've been saying even to start the tournament, even though I think Morocco are the favorites at Ivory Coast, any team AFCON sunyowe nyepare tanga. So teams like Comoros, they're hungry. They might not have the star quality, but they play as a team. They have their nation behind them. And you could see that the first half be Morocco ñu am on 11th minute big guy am penalty guy save goal and you saw the energy of the team. Coach B was very lively with players. So like I was saying, I'm not surprised it was tougher than some people expected. Why I think once Morocco got that goal in the 55th minute, I believe Brahim Diaz, Real Madrid star be, then it kind of opened guy, then kind of race and spirit be. And then guys scored that beautiful overhead kick. You don't watch that overhead kick. They just balance.
That was really beautiful. Yesterday when I watched the first half, Lima Gison was Morocco, they came into the game like amuñu woon patient. Dañ ñëwoon rek xam nga bëgg a ñëw rek ñaapu ci kaw ñi, you know what I mean, and then kill the game from the set go. But what happened was the Comoros, they were well composed, right? They were not intimidated by the, you know, by the stars of and the big players, the big names, xam nga ci Moroccan team bi. They were not intimidated. So da nga gis ne dañ ñëw accent composo, and even the crowd, they were not intimidated by the Moroccan crowd. Look at the stadium of how many tens of thousands behind the Moroccan team, but nonetheless, ñoom ñu ngi put on their composo. That is why in the first half, bi Morocco ñëwee pour ñaapu seen kaw, as we move on, it becomes a bit difficult for the Moroccans.
Pressure
because the thing is, the Moroccans really want to settle the game the earlier the possible. But li xewoon mooy Morocco, in as much as they were pressuring, in as much as they were putting more pressures on them, but yet still they could not materialize, or they could not put some of those opportunities into gold, because they have like patient bi nekkut for one. Dañoo ñëw rek dóor seen kaw daal seen kaw. But look, these Comoran boys, they're good. They know accent composo. They were not intimidated, like I said. They were well prepared for the game, and they went all out. And until the goal came, then it shows the superiority of the Moroccans. But for me, yesterday I was really impressed with them. And the coach in an interview says they are a big team. So because affaire bi yëpp gëm sa bopp la rek. It doesn't matter. In fact, in football, the size of the country doesn't matter.
At all.
At all.
At all.
All you need is just the quality.
Quality, and you have the pressure. Yangi stadium big opening ceremony, which was a beautiful opening ceremony. Yungi Davido, yungi red one, and then they also had French Montana mom. He's half Moroccan, half American. By opening ceremony with Chow Bangi Bari, there was a lot of energy. Te comme noko don waxe, you could see ne guy ñu ngi hala tense, ñu ngi bëgga put on a show, xam nga Chow Bangi Bari. So I think Comoros just hung in there, while tamit Morocco were able to showcase some of their quality. Hamna tay opening game is about to kick off. Man, game B, see Group A is my favorite game, because I think Morocco is the top team in the group, but I think Mali and Zambia they're very tough teams. So Bobo, I think they'll be fighting for second place. So I'm really interested to see their match. It's the early kickoff game. I know Mali, ñu ngi try pour wane seen boppa waat on AFCON bi musu ñoo win AFCON. Zambia ñoom win nañ ko a few times, so they're used to tournament bi and how to adapt. Are you excited? Law taxi game, Bobo?
Yes. Before we come to that game, we just want to seize this opportunity to congratulate one of our staff by the name Awasane. Over the weekend, we graduate.
Sane.
That's our able our on the screen there. Congratulate on behalf of management and staff. We wish you all the best. This is just the beginning. Inshallah, let me say it, Teledal will definitely push you to all, level fobuga agarek inshallah dinañ la fa pousse bi mom teñ bi la rek yeen bi ci bopam.
No, congrats, big congrats to our.
After a very hard work, sleepless nights, it really worth it that you've come up with the best in television production. That's beautiful.
Star.
So that's a big plus for us.
Big award.
So keep
pleasure.
it up. Now let's go back to the
Mali Zambia.
To the Mali Zambia, because I think under a minute or so, if my watch is correct, we'll be having the kickoff. Like you said, Mali, it's a very good team. Now over the years they've been coming to the AFCON, I think more than 4 or 5 times, and they've really put up some very, very good performance. But unfortunately, they are yet to win the coveted trophy. But nonetheless, we're expecting a very tough encounter. It's not going to be very easy for Zambia, right? Because the Malians are very, very physical, you know, and that is also one of their advantage. You know, they can push up to the last minute until you hear the whistle of the referee. So they will constantly put you under pressure, you know, like I said, because the physical part of it also is there. And you always see that the Malians are really hungry, because now it's just like it's time for Mali also to win the coveted trophy, because over these years, with all, you know, efforts that have been put, you know, they were just very close.
I think they've been semi-final a few times.
Now I think
they want to
2025, they really need to prove that
I know
they deserve to win it. So let's see. Like you said also, Zambia, it's a well-disciplined team, right? And that fighting spirit, we've known them for that since the early days when you have that plane crash. And from that year up till now, we've seen a different country. We have seen a different, you know, spirit, and even, you know, everything towards our African football. So for me, I'm looking forward to a very, very beautiful encounter. And you know, the beautiful thing is AFCON, you see real football.
Very real.
It's just beautiful.
And you see the passion that these players have for their country. I'm not a coach, be Mali's and coach, be my coach Tom. He was the Gambia coach previously. So maybe some Gambians will be supporting Mali, but maybe there's a rivalry.
I just wish that Gambia was also...
We should have been there.
We should have been there. Honestly, we should have been there. But we will just say, keep it up, Scorpions.
Yeah, inshallah, next one.
Next one. This time we went a little bit close. But of course, during our campaign, we encountered a lot of difficulties. And I think as a federation and as a nation, we have also learned our lessons. And then that will now help us to prepare for the next AFCON. And who knows, we can lobby for the next AFCON to be in Banjul.
You know, I like that. We're starting it for you, Uncle T.
We have to have that. We have
confidence.
To have that confidence and that spirit.
Yeah.
Like I said. And yes, see you next time. Better luck, Scorpions.
Yeah, definitely.
suñ yaakaar mu ngi ci yéen léegi.
non ñu jeexal suñ jeexalaatu.
dem ngeen campagne góorgóorlu ngeen. def lépp li ngeen
te mos nañ ko tamit tuuti léegi next step bi mooy ñu dem ba quarter final semi final.
non next moom ñun demuñ quarter final Scorpion coupe bi lañ soxla.
coupe bi yëpp
waaw ñun coupe bi rek la ñuy laajte.
wax nga dëgg.
saa yoon ñu ko mun a indi rek we still have patience dinañ leen support dinañ nekk seeni gannaaw. suñ ko amul ren amuñu ko next year saa yoo leen ko indee rek baax na waaye xam nañ ne yaaga affaire bi dina
ñëw te parti dañoo parti Banjul ba xawma fan waaye dinañ fi parti.
And then we quickly look at the other two matches.
Yep. We have 5 o'clock game bi also very good game. South Africa ñoom de along with Morocco, one of the hottest teams in Africa. They've gone now 26 games unbeaten. They're the last team to beat Morocco, so they're coming into the tournament having just made the World Cup with a lot of confidence and squad B. And then they're playing a tough Angola team. Angola is never an easy match, known to always give teams tough problems, even though I think South Africa should be the favorites for that one. It will be a really tight game between two really good teams in Africa.
Yes, the Bafana. That's our boys. Our boys. Yes, of course, like you said, they're coming into the tournament well prepared. But like you said, and I think tonight will be the third encounter between these two nations. That is South Africa and Angola. And if my memory serves me right, I think in 1998, when these two countries met, then you have this South African star player. He was very young at that time, Makati. You know, remember in that particular game, Makati was supposed to receive a second yellow card in that particular game, and that means he will go for 2 more suspension. And what happened? Their coach, being very smart, they just quickly substitute Benny Makati, right, on a stretcher. Wow. And then move him out. Wow. And then substitute him.
Wow.
And in fact, that year, South Africa started a bit very low, but eventually, as the tournament and as the competition progresses, they really, beef up their games and stuff like that. But it has never been an easy encounter between Angola and South Africa. Tonight we'll see what both teams have come up with, what they are made of, and it's going to be a mouth-watering encounter, I believe.
I agree completely. Uncle T tamit is moom mooy historian. Yaa ngi wax 98, man maa ngi just do 97. So I hear a lot of stories and history about AFCON. So it's good to have someone with so much knowledge of Game B and things. And then the final game for Tay is also Pharaohs of Egypt, Mo Salah. They're facing off against Zimbabwe in another game, Group B. Obviously, Egypt, they are the most successful team in AFCON, winning 7 times. But this era, since Salah has come in as kind of the leader of this new generation, they haven't won it. So they're looking to get off to a fast start today against Zimbabwe. What are you seeing for that night game?
Like you shared earlier, that's what I'm going to reiterate, that in this year's AFCON, we don't have any underdogs because I'm foreseeing a tournament that will be full of surprises. Yes, of course, if you look the statistics of these two countries when it comes to the AFCON, the North Africans, they have been dominating, continental football for quite a long time. Let me say, for the past 10 years, then things start to change. We're now seeing other African countries also coming up. For example, with Egypt, they are considered to be the favorites, but like I said, Zimbabwe can also really come up with surprises. You never know. But of course, if I am to predict, I'll give 2-1.
2-1
in favor of the Pharaohs.
Pharaohs of Egypt 2-1 against Zimbabwe. That's all we have for today's show on Beyond the Score AFCON edition. Every day, dinañ fi nekk dinañ leen isi previews and analysis of the games from the day before. So doo ko buga miss, we're your premium channel to get everything you want all month with the AFCON. Uncle T, maa ngi la lii pour nga.
Wow. Like you said, throughout the whole campaign here on Teledal TV, dinañ sports analysis of it. But at the same time, also we will share a number that people can, contribute, participate, share their comments and everything. And hopefully on the show, we will read your comments, what you've seen, your predictions, your analysis. And so keep it locked only on Teledal TV.
Always. Thank you very much. Have a good night.